Hello students, the next chapter we'll be discussing is manipulating strings. So we'll be working out with string data type in this particular chapter. Text is one of the most common forms of data your programs will handle. You already know how to concatenate two string values together with the plus operator, but you can do much more than that. You can extract partial strings from string values, add or remove spacing, convert letters to lowercase or uppercase, and check that strings are formatted correctly. Okay, you can even write Python code to access the clipboard for copying and pasting text. Okay, so here what they're saying is the most type of data we use in our program is text, and previously we had studied that by using the plus operator we can concatenate two strings. Okay, so plus operator can be used for addition also, and if you are using it with the strings, it concatenate those two strings. Apart from this, we can perform other operations with strings, that are extract partial string from string values. That means you can extract a part of a string from a complete string, add or remove spacing from the string, convert letters to lowercase or uppercase, and then we can also write a program to check that strings are formatted correctly or not. Okay, so this entirely chapter is dedicated to the string data type. Under that we have the first one, working with strings. Okay, so here we will see different ways Python lets you to write, print and access strings in your code. Okay, so the first subtopic under working with string is string literals. Okay, string literals means this is a particular string and that each character in that string is known as literals. It's known as literals. So if you want a particular string to be printed onto your screen, you have to encode them into single quotes or double quotes. Okay, then it will print the string that you have entered. So let us see how to print a string. Go to the software. Okay, take a variable, assign a string to it. This is Alice cat. Okay, and then enter spam. It will print this is Alice cat. Okay, so you can use the single quotes as well as double quotes to encode the strings, but the disadvantage of single quote is that, for example, if you have like this and inside the message if you have one more single quote, okay, that is I've written here this is Alice cat. I've written here a single quote. So what the Python code will think is that this is the end of the string. This is the end of the string and it has ended here. Rest is not part of it. Okay. So when you enter this, it will show here invalid syntax. Okay. Invalid syntax because it has thought that this is the end of the string and this is not continued. Okay, so what has to be done if there is a single quote within a string? So that time you can make use of what is known as double quotes. You can make use of double quotes. So this will let you allow single quotes within a string. Okay. So here they are saying that typing string values in Python code is fairly straightforward. They begin and end with a single quote. Okay, but then how can you use a quote inside a string? That is typing that is Alice cat won't work because Python thinks the string ends with Alice and the rest s cat is invalid Python code. Okay, so there are multiple ways to type such strings. The first thing we saw is making use of double quotes. Making use of double quotes, so you can use single quotes within that string. Okay, if you have any single quotes within a string, then you see that you put them in double quotes. Okay, so this is one way of printing string. Another way of printing string is making use of escape characters. Okay, so we had seen that if we are using a single quote, we cannot use single quotes within that string. So then what has to be done is you can make use of escape characters. Let us see what escape characters helps us in. An escape character lets you use characters that are otherwise impossible to put into a string. Now I cannot put a single quote within a string there. So if I want a single quote within a string, then I can make use of what is known as an escape character. And what is an escape character is, it consists of a backslash followed by a character you want to add to the string. Okay, for example, I have this string here and it is encoded in single quote. What it is saying is, say hi to Bob's mother. As it is consisting of single quote inside, slash within will take that single quote. Okay, take that single quote. So escape characters let characters that are otherwise impossible to put into a string. Okay, so we'll check this out. Spam is equals to single quote, this is Bob's mother. Okay, so you know that this is not considered. Okay, this is not considered. So what we can do is, if this single quote is not allowed within a string, you can use an escape character, that is backslash. Okay, so what will happen is, even the single quote will be considered, so this together is known as an escape character. Okay, enter spam. So you can see that it will print along with the single quote, and what it has printed is, this is Bob's mother. Okay, so to print a string that is having single quotes within, you can either make use of the double quotes outside, or you can make use of an escape character which consists of the backslash and the character which you want to print in a string. Okay, so what it is saying is, Python knows that since the single quote in Bob's slash s has a backslash, it is not a single quote meant to end the string. So if you use a backslash inside, so the Python will come to know that it is not the end of the string and it has to be included within a string. Okay, so the escape characters single quote and double quotes let you put single quotes and double quotes inside your strings respectively. Okay, so which are the other escape characters? You have backslash single quote, then backslash double quotes, slash t, tab, slash n, new line. Double slashes will help you to print backslash within a string. Okay, so you can try out different strings by using these different escape characters. Okay, so here is another string here, another code. So what it is printing is, print hello there slash n, how are you slash n, I am doing fine. Okay, so this is also consisting of escape characters here. Slash n will help you to come to a new line. This slash n also will help you to come to a new line, and this slash single quote will help you to incorporate that single quote within that string. Okay, so its output will be like this. Okay, so we can take this code, copy, clear this. Okay, so let us see what this will print is like this. Okay, hello there slash n has allowed you to come to a new line. How are you slash n, I am doing fine. The single quote is also considered here as an escape character. Okay, so escape characters help you all to incorporate single quotes, double quotes, new lines, tabs, as well as backslash within a string. Okay, so next topic you have here is raw strings. So let us see what is meant by raw strings. You can place an r before the beginning quotation mark of a string to make it a raw string. A raw string completely ignores all escape characters and prints any backslash that appears in the string. That is, if I have put any escape characters inside, so you will know that it will allow us those characters to be incorporated into the string. But if you do not want those backslash to work, then you can do that by starting it with R, where R stands for raw strings. That time the escape characters will lose its importance. So what it will print is, that is Carol's cat along with the backslash there. Okay, so let us see this. Okay, for example, you have here print hi, this is Alice cat. Okay, so if I want this single quote to be there in the string, so I have to use the escape character. Okay, so then that will be considered, hi, this is Alice cat. Okay, but if I want it to be as it is, okay, so then I have to enter r means what, raw string. So by entering r, the importance of this escape character is loosened. Okay, so it loses its importance and it will be printed as it is. Okay, so here you can see that, hi, this is Alice cat has come along with the escape character, that is slash, backslash. Okay, so this is what is known as raw string. Okay, because this is a raw string, Python considers the backslash as a part of the string and not as the start of an escape character. Raw strings are helpful if you are typing string values that contain many backslashes, such as the string used for regular expressions. Regular expressions we'll be discussing in the next chapter. Okay, next topic we have is the multi-line strings with triple quotes. Okay, so with strings you can also use here triple quotes, triple single quotes or triple double quotes. Okay, so this will help us to print multiple strings, and by using this triple quotes we can also include the single quotes which is used here. Okay, so what will happen here is, if you're using here three single quotes, the single quotes in Eves is also part of the string. Okay, so if you want to have a string of multiple lines, then you can make use of three single quotes or three double quotes. Okay, so you can see here, while you can use the /n escape character to put a new line into a string, it is often easier to use multi-line strings. Okay, so instead of using /n, they are saying make use of multi-line string. So what is a multi-line string? A multi-line string in Python begins and ends with either three single quotes or three double quotes. Okay, and any quotes, tabs or new lines in between the triple quotes are considered part of the string. So if you have any new lines or tabs or any single quotes within these three double quotes string, then that all will be considered. Okay, so what will be the output of this is three multi-line strings. Okay, so you can see that comma is considered, tabs is considered, space is considered, new line also is considered, as well as single quote. Okay, so if you have a string of multiple lines and it consists of tabs, new line and single quotes, then better it is to make use of single quotes as well as double quotes. Okay, so this is about multi-line strings with triple quotes. Okay, the same code can be written in two lines like this. Okay, so print single quote, they have made use of /n, then slash single quote, this is the escape character, as well as this /n, which will help us to come to a new line. So here this all extra characters you can ignore by making use of multi-line strings. Okay, then next we have here is multi-line comments. Okay, if you have many lines which has to be considered as comments, so you all know that comments are only for the reader to understand. It is not for the Python program or for the compiler. It has to be ignored. Okay, so it has to be ignored. So what you all have to do is, if some lines it has to be considered as comments, so you can put them in three double quotes. Okay, so this string which is within the closing, starting and the ending double quotes, this entire thing will be considered as comment. Okay, and next you have here is the def spam. This is a function here. Inside that also you have multi-line comments. Inside that also you have multi-line comments, and then you have a print statement, print hello. So the output of this program will be just hello. Okay, rest all these will be ignored by the Python because they are considered as comments. Okay, so comments is only for the user, it is not for the Python, so it will be ignored. Okay, so this is about what, multi-line comments. The next topic is indexing and slicing strings. Indexing and slicing, these operations we had performed with list. Okay, so the same thing you can perform with strings here. Strings use indexing and slicing the same way lists do. Okay, so indexing and slicing are the operations which can be done on both list as well as strings. Okay, so you can think of the string hello world as a list and each character in the string as an item with a corresponding index. Okay, so you can think this hello world as a list and each character in that string will have an index. For example, you have a string here hello world which consists of space as well as an exclamatory mark. So for every character you can give an index, that is for at 0 you have h, at 1 you have e. These all are index for those strings. Okay, and exclamatory mark is at index 11, space is at index 5. Okay, so the space and the exclamation point are included in the character count. So hello world is 12 characters long and h is at index 0 to exclamatory at index 11. Okay, so what they are saying is space as well as exclamatory mark is also considered as part of the string and this string is 12 characters long. Okay, so with this we'll perform indexing as well as slicing. Slicing is just taking a part of that string. Okay, you're not modifying the original string, you're just accessing the parts of that string. That is known as slicing. Okay, so here we have what spam is equals to, what is the string here, hello world. So if you say spam of 0, you will be accessing the 0th index value of that string. So at 0th index, who is here, the character h is there, so that will be accessed. What is that? H. So this is known as indexing. Through indexing you can access the string characters. Okay, now if I say spam of 4, so who is that 4? O. So O will be accessed. Spam of -1, spam of -1 means it comes from the back of the string. Okay, spam of -1 will be exclamatory mark, spam of -2 will be D. Okay, spam of -3 will be L, and these all are indexing. Now here you have is slicing. Okay, where the slicing means you have to give a range. This will be the starting range and this will be the end range. In the end range, the fifth character will not be considered. It will only take the values from 0 to 4, whereas 5 will tell only the end of the string. Okay, for example, you have here spam 0 to 5. 0 to 5 means it will take only up to 0 to 4 and fifth character is not considered. Fifth is only to tell the end string, but that character will not be included. So what it will print is hello. Okay, next what you have is spam colon 5. Spam colon 5 is end string is given but not the starting range. Okay, so by default it will take from 0 to 5 will print you hello. Here what is happening is in this slicing the starting index is specified but not the end index. So what you have to take is it starts from 6 till the end of the string. So from 6 who is there, 6 world is there up till the end of the string, that is exclamatory mark. Okay, so this is about making use of indexing and slicing. Indexing will help you access the characters of the string by using those particular index, and index is nothing but position of that particular character in that string. Okay, and if you're specifying the start range and the end range, that is known as a slicing. Slicing will help you to get the part of that string. Okay, then next what they have shown here is note that slicing a string does not modify the original string. Okay, it does not modify the original string. You can capture a slice from one variable in a separate variable. Okay, you can capture a slice from one variable in a separate variable. For example, you have here spam is equals to hello world. Spam 0 to 5, this you can assign it to another variable known as fizz. Okay, so spam 0 to 5, who is there? Hello is there. This hello in turn is assigned to which variable here? Fizz. So when you print fizz, it will print the value stored within it, which is the string hello. Okay, so what they have done here is part of that string they have given it to another variable known as fizz. Okay, so here you are not modifying the original string, you are just accessing the part of that string. Okay, so the next topic we have is the in and the not in operators with the string. So we can also make use of the in and not in operators with strings. So here we can see that hello in operator is in the string of what? Which string is this? Hello world. So hello is in hello world, so it will be true. Hello in hello, it is true. Okay, hello in hello world, it is case sensitive. The operators in operators and not in operators are case sensitive, so they differ within capital letters and lowercase letters. So as this is in uppercase letters, it is not available in the string, so it will show as space. Okay, then you can also check for space in spam. Spam is a variable which is already having a string. Okay, so space is there in this hello world, so it will show that true. The next is cats not in cats and dogs. It will show false because cats is there in cats and dogs. So this is making use of the in and the not in operators with strings. So this was all the topics related with the strings. So this ends this topic, working with strings.